Today you're going to get everything. My entire stock performance year to date, my entire crypto performance year to date, both of which are now at all-time highs. Let me ask you a question. For those of you trading and investing in the markets, how many of you would have loved to buy this low here, these lows, this, or even the most recent one? Now, most of you would say, yes, I would have loved to, but in the back of your mind, some of you think, well, people can't time the bottoms and the tops. It's something that you've heard is it's not possible, or you can't be consistent with it. In today's video, I'm going to show you when I was selling my entire portfolio, the warning signs I gave for imminent bounces consistently without any shadow of a doubt of what my actions were going to be. I'm going to show you the same thing with crypto back in December and January, the warning signs I gave of when the bottom was coming, and then the action I took, and then the profits myself and my community made. The reason you want to watch this video is specifically because this course of action, the sell, the preparation, the accumulation, and then the redistribution is exactly what you need to be profitable. Most of you guess and think and have hunches that this is a good time to buy. Maybe it's a good time to sell. Today in this video, I'm going to show you exactly the steps I took to sell the exact tops with proof. 500 plus people every day watch me. 1,000 plus are in my community. I need you to watch this video because I want you to be profitable. I want you to learn from what I did. I'm on a generational run. I haven't done this well in the last 7 years. Well, I mean, I guess it makes sense. The more I trade, the better I get. So it is not coincidental that I'm doing a lot better now in my 7th year of my career than I was in my 1st or 2nd. Now, you'll be able to see my portfolio balances and the amounts I have. I generally don't like to expose these things, but I think I have to in order to prove to you guys my validity. My 401k is at all-time highs. I'm about to have $400,000 in the 401k. My crypto portfolio is almost at 7 figures right now. That was reduced from 2021. That's from Binance. I also don't have my Robinhood in here, but again, we are at all-time highs on almost everything. A lot of my members are pulling $500,000 from the markets. $500,000 right there. That is $500,000 profit. That's from Rick. Go to DM Rick yourself and ask him about it. Mangland pulled at $250,000 plus from the beginning of the year. Tez and Glacier, 22,000. I mean, we have people making 1,000% gainers. Now, most of this probably seems like it's not possible, or it's something that you don't think you can do. And I want to go through and start with my stock portfolio and show you exactly how I was able to prepare for a massive sell-off, sell before the sell-off, accumulate when I thought the sell-off was done, and then redistribute my profits. And at the end of this video, you're going to understand what I believe the stock and crypto market is about to do next, which is important because I'm here to help you make money. So what I have to say at the end is hopefully going to make you more money. Let's get started with the stock portfolio. The first thing I'm going to be referencing is what I did in late February, which is I started to sell off my entire portfolio. The first thing I want to show you guys here is when I had a live stream back in February 17th, I told everyone I'm going to be selling off a decent amount of my stocks this week to free up cash for the next transition in the market. Main sectors get sold off: financial, healthcare, and underperforming tech, which we end up selling. Main sectors I'll be focusing on: health insurance, retail, farm food, energy, and real estate, which I inevitably got into. Now here's the full update. It's a day later. You can see I started selling tech, Shopify, Square, Net, Upstart. You can go through the whole list, take a screenshot. Sold my Palantir at all-time highs, McDonald's, Visa, JP Morgan. You get the idea. A lot of these I started selling. And I did keep some too. Not all of these are full positions, but I did keep a decent amount in the portfolio. Now, let's just for a second look at this date. 2/18/2025. Let's see where that was on the S&P 500. 2/18/25 is February 18th. This is when I started to sell, right at all-time highs. One of the main reasons for this is we were struggling to get past all-time highs on the NASDAQ and on QQQ, and we had massive news coming for tariffs. People at this point didn't actually understand what could happen from tariffs. And then a few days later, we had a massive gap down, we had a massive fair value gap invert, and this signified the inevitable mass sell-off. Now, you may be asking, cool, that was probably luck. What did you do after this? Let's see what your performance really was. Now, here are the warning signs, and you can see the dates here. 4/6/2025, 2 months after this, I start to tell everybody. Of course, I was bearish on crypto in December. Not anymore. I was bearish on indexes since February 2025. Now bullish and rebuying what I sold. I am more bullish on the markets than bearish. I think anyone selling at these lows is overreacting, as tariff news, I think, will blow over as soon as they change the free market conditions over predatory conditions. And they had the Chinese trade deal, and they started to make deals with all these countries. Now, this is just fundamental news, right? I believe the dollar is going to increase in value, and crypto is going to be on the back burner for a few of the massive moves. If gold is seen as safe haven, people really don't want to own alts. So I believe that in early April, not many people would want alts, but the equity markets would move very nicely. And you can see here, the NASDAQ is trading at its weekly 200 EMA. I'm quickly going to go to this screen right here and show you. One of the main things I was using during this period, and please start using it, was this weekly average. It's the 200 EMA. It's the last 200 candles, and it's the average price. And you can see over time, it has given me exactly where the bottoms in the market should be on massive market sell-offs. And all I have to do is buy when those show up. So inevitably, what did I end up doing? Let's go into the secondary of the warning signs. And I gave all these for free too. You didn't have to be a member of my community. I said, quick tip, guys. You've probably been hearing when NASDAQ was down minus 19% in that month. This is different. This shit is going to put the US into a Great Depression. Don't buy this. It's fucked. It's over. A lot of you heard this. A lot of you probably thought like, oh my God, Trump is dumping the markets. This isn't good. Everything's going to go to zero. We need to sell, sell, sell. I was the opposite during this point, trying to reassure everyone in my community that, look, there is not a crash in history you can show me that was not profitable, not a single one. If you want to bet against these dips, be my guest. You are against the entire history of these indexes. Look at the photo below, and then I give a nice representation of some of the biggest crashes in history, referencing April 8th, 4/8/2025 as one of the largest, minus 12.1% in 4 days. You can see from history, 1 year, 3 year, and 5 year forward from the largest days ever of a 4-day decline. Every single one is green. So why on earth would you sell anything on the S&P 500's mass dip? You can see right here. Here's the chart. It was a pretty large dip. This was a pretty nasty dip. We're talking minus 19% from the high to the low. It scared a lot of people. But I, for one, was not worried about this and was buying heavily. And here it is. Early April, I started buying back all my stocks. Started buying back Sprouts, which is one of my favorite grocery stores. It was down 20%, got entry. It's over 158, almost to all-time high right now. Started buying steel. It's at $41 right now. Not that big, but still in profit. And a few of my large purchases. Palantir is almost at all-time highs right now. Hims, I bought at 28. It is 61. Amazon, 180. It's over $30 plus per share. Coinbase at 162. It's 263. That's $100 per share, and it was added to the S&P 500. Walmart 96 from 85, and then ANET almost $100 from 73. It doesn't stop here. I even tell you guys more and more the 2-day consecutive gains. Remember this. It is almost 100% guaranteed to have a profitable month after the S&P 500 has 2 consecutive minus 4.5% days. This isn't just my opinion I'm giving people at this point. I'm telling you the raw data that most of these trading gurus don't even have access to, don't even want to look at. They want to look at their smart trading concepts, their ICT, and think they know how to gauge the market, when in reality, data is all you need to understand how to get rich. And this was on 4/4, April 4th, and I even said all indexes on their weekly 200 EMAs. This is when you get rich. This is when you get rich. I'm giving you guys this video to show you that you need to act like me, and this isn't even something narcissistic or cocky. Like, the way I'm acting is how a massive hedge fund with billions would act. I just have to think like a hedge fund. I have a massive discount on all of these great stocks in the market that haven't changed fundamentally. I must buy them. And this is why all my portfolios are at all-time highs, almost a 300 and over $250,000 made in the last month just from this. Let's continue to look at this. Robinhood, one of my favorite shares. I told everyone on 4/8, go check the dates. I can't make this up. I can't lie. It's all audible. If I lie about this, I have 1,000 plus people who are going to pitchfork and knife me and have, torches at my door yelling that I lied. I can't lie about this. This is all transparent information. I said, added Hood to my long-term portfolio in 4.9, double my normal size, and you can see Robinhood is almost back to all-time highs with an 86% return. Now, a lot of people right now are extremely down on themselves because they weren't able to actually get these returns or buy these. I also want to show you again, April 14th, I bought Google, TSM, Roblox, Tesla. Obviously, I don't think I need to show you. Google up tremendously. I don't know why these are moved down here. TSM up tremendously. Roblox almost 100% move. And then Tesla, come on now. I bought Tesla at $258. It's $100 plus per share right now. So we can see here that I outperformed heavily, almost everybody else that's trading right now. And the true thing you need to understand, that if you can pair data with a technical, which in this case was the 200 EMA, which told us buy here, buy here, buy here, buy here. Pair these two together. Do not worry about what will happen. The history of the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ tells us that there has never been a crash in history that did not recover. There's really never been a crash in history on any of these indexes. Let's be fair. A crash is a prolonged period of time. 2008 took about 3 years to recover, right? 2011, 2012 took like a year to recover. COVID, everyone remembers COVID. COVID took like 4 months to recover the whole dip. 2022 dip took maybe, I think, 6 to 7 months. The recent dip on NASDAQ took what? Less than a single month? I have made so much fucking money since the year has started. I also want to go through crypto and show you. Not only did okay, it's easy to buy the dip, fine, but I sold at the absolute high. Show me somebody else out there who's done this. Sold at the absolute high with proof, audible, and had 1,000+ people follow me. This is not coincidence to be able to sell the high and rebuy at the exact low. I sold the high here and rebought the exact lows here on my stock portfolio. That's why I'm gaining on almost $1 million in equity on my stock portfolio now, which is absolutely insane. My crypto portfolio trumps it, of course, but it's impressive to be able to have these returns so heavily in a single year period. This is singly 2025. Most of my gains are coming from this year right now because I've been able to do this. Now, let's get into crypto real fast because this one's even more impressive. I want to show you guys. I warned you on December 4th that if Tether dominance hits 3.79%, you must risk off. You must start selling a lot of your positions. And guess what? I think this was like the same day. Well, there it is. Did not expect this to hit today. It hit, so I started selling. I'm a man of my word. Started selling everything, and then as soon as Tether hit this, let's see, where did Tether eventually go? Look at it here. 3.79% hit, and immediately a massive bear market started. If you don't understand how Tether works, if Tether goes up, the crypto market's bearish. If Tether goes down, the crypto market is bullish. That's all you need to understand. And then here is more justification on December 5th, my current sentiment. I'm still very bullish on the market, but I have data that shows in this video that the market is looking for a nice correction. And guess what? A massive correction had. If USDT makes its way back to 4.5%, I will start to buy more long terms. And guess what? 4.5% inevitably hit here, collected some more, and then we went as high as 6%, which leads me to my next thing, the warning signs and how I was able to know, right? I knew, not only did I know that the bottom, this was the top, right? I knew that this was the top for the stock market. I also knew that the top for crypto was at the exact same period. During December, I was calling this in December, right? It is May right now. Look at this. December 4th, I'm bearish. December 5th, I'm bearish. The 8th, I reinforced the thesis of being bearish. 9th, start to take shorts on Bitcoin. And then the 9th again, minus 30% candles come. I mean, I'm not here to toot my own horn too much, but I want to show you that it's possible to do this. It's possible to find the tops and the bottoms of every equity and commodity market. You can do it with just a little bit of work, and I want to teach you how to do it. Here's the last thing here. 122. If you missed this thing, I said one major thing about crypto. I think most major alts, except on-chain memes, will take a nasty fall soon. This is January 22nd. Again, I'm calling for more of a dump. I think that Sol and Bitcoin are relatively safe, and they were. They didn't drop too much. Given this, I start to sell most of my portfolio, and then I will personally invest a lot of my value in on-chain alts and commodities. Let's see what else I ended up saying. April 4th, guess what? The same thing I said about stocks. I think that stocks are ready to take a turn, and I also think that right now you need to be more bullish on markets than bearish. Anyone selling at these lows is overreacting. I even made YouTube videos, and nobody was watching my YouTube videos back then. They watch them now, but they weren't back then. I sold all my stocks on 218 the top, made a whole video about that, and learned why I was bearish since December on Bitcoin. And guess what ended up happening in early April? I started to deploy in full. I started to buy heavy on ETH while it was at minus 60% discount. This was like $15.90. ETH is over $1,000 more per share. $1,000 more per share. It's over 2,600 right now, I think. And then I told you, daily inversion on Bitcoin confirmed. Let the bulls have some fun now. After this, we go here. Again, 1222. I bought even more ETH at this point. I even told you, heavy displacement on ETH in most alts. This run should continue. Again, 5.6. I continue to reinforce this idea. It is time to absolutely giga-send ETH. And then what I say here, if the H4 candle inverts on ETH, go giga long. And then I said, Tether made the move up. I talked about in the daily 4 hour. Crypto should make a nice move here as long as we don't break. And guess what happened from there? An absolute massive move on ETH. Let's actually go right now and check out what ETH is doing. This video is to prove to you that you can do this. You can find the bottoms and you can find the tops. Look, I was telling you guys to buy down here. And I said, please keep holding your positions. Please keep holding. It is going to have a massive move soon. An absolutely massive move it did have. Over 65% move. Now, the point of this is not only to show you that, hey, It is possible for you to do these incredible things. I made $21,000 in a single day here. The days after this became about 60 grand in total. An absolutely insane move, putting the portfolio over 8.14 Bitcoin. An insane move that people can only dream of. Now, one of the things you need to understand that yes, it is possible to do this. It is possible to sell the top and buy the bottom. Although it is difficult and I have multiple years of experience to do this, the one thing and the one tip I want to give you guys is when you have conviction in something that with data that supports it, you can't risk the normal amount you typically risk. NASDAQ, and I want to go back to TradingView here. NASDAQ only shows up on this weekly average once in a while. You can see that in between the last touch here was 500 days. Before that, 1,000 days. And then after that, 1,000 days. Look, every 1,000 days, almost 3 years, this setup shows. And when it does show, please, for the love of everything that is holy, buy and buy hard. Double your margin, triple your margin. It has been proven in every time in history that you must buy here. There's no other opportunity for you to not buy. People selling there are the retails, the leeches in the market who just follow the news and get sucked into the echo chamber of the bearish sentiment. People like Jim Cramer were selling these lows while I was buying heavily just as the hedge funds were doing. Remember, if you have a thesis that you believe in wholeheartedly, that is supported by data, that doesn't happen that often, you need to absolutely double, triple, quadruple the amount of margin you're using. That is why I've been able to pull so much money in a single month from the stock market and crypto. I am telling you this so you follow me on my next videos. I do this for free to help you. I want to see you guys profit. Just like these guys, $500,000 in less than a month, $500,000, $250,000 in a month. That is life's change from what I am able to do. You can do it too. I'm not special. I am here to teach you how to get to where I'm at. I know you can get here because I did it myself. Because of that, there's not some special indicator that's going to get you there. There's not some special type of moon cycle or spiritual seance or insider information that you need. It is statistics, data, and probability, all of which I've proven models that work. ILM and Orb, you've seen them before. Please, take this video to heart to not only understand the authority I have in the space to help teach you how to get here, but also understand that it's possible to do this. It's possible to sell the tops and then buy the bottoms in relatively very small discrepancies from where the actual tops and bottoms were. So I want to congratulate everyone that's a part of Playvit that has profited along the way with this. It has been absolutely amazing journey. It is one of the most profitable years I've had so far. All my portfolios are all-time highs. And I promise you guys at the end of the video, I'm going to tell you, I now believe that markets are more likely to become bearish than they are to continue. Now, most of the markets haven't shown a sign of this, but just keep this in mind. Because they've ran so much, I do believe that buying here is not in your favor. Keep that in mind. I'll make a video soon. Let's see if I call the top again. I haven't called it yet, just to let you know, but I do think that markets are getting bearish. When I see the sign and I'm going to pull the trigger and start selling everything again, you will know first thing inside my group, first link in description. Some of you say, oh, he's just trying to sell us a course or sell us a Discord. If I'm able to help people make $500,000, $250,000, I don't think $100 a month should matter much to you. These videos are free and they always will be free. I hope you learned something from them. I literally give you my sauce every single week for free so you can learn alongside me. If you want an extra hand being held, if you want to know exactly when I'm buying, I'll tell you the price I'm buying, when I'm buying, I'll tell you when I'm selling it, everything. You can literally mimic my portfolio's results every single day.